Welcome, I'm Rose Oatley, and today we're going to be making a super delicious salmon in a honey garlic sauce that'll sure become a favorite in your home. Let's get started.
And there's nothing fishy about that. Now start by dicing 3 garlic cloves, 4 for small. For salmon, I like to use Atlantic salmon. This one weighs 2.945 pounds to be exact. I like my salmon to cook evenly, so I'm going to cut this thin piece off. We can always cut it into bite-sized pieces later and add it to a salad the next day. I'm going to cut this thin piece to go with it as well. Now I'm going to cut my fillet pieces. You can cook your salmon with or without the skin. I personally like it without it, but I also like to remove the skin while I'm cooking it, or even after. I find it so much easier. Let your salmon sit out for 15 minutes before cooking. Rinse it and then come back and pat it dry to remove any moisture. You want to add a little bit of olive oil. I like to use a brush to kind of brush it on there. This is also going to help your spices stick a little better. For my seasoning, I'm starting with some pepper, some garlic powder. Just make sure it's garlic powder, not garlic salt, because you don't want to over salt your salmon. Add some thyme, rosemary. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. I don't want to add much because I will be using the salmon seasoning. This one is by Prudhomme, which I absolutely love to use. Now, if for some reason you don't have this, you can just go ahead and stick to your other seasoning that we just used. I like to be very generous with this. I'm going to pat it so all my spices stick. For the back, I just go in with a very light coat of the salmon seasoning. For best results, I recommend that you use a cast iron skillet or a stainless steel skillet. I'll post a link in my description section on where you can find one just like this. Start with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Make sure you get your pan nice and hot. Once your pan is hot, you'll be able to move your oil very freely and you'll see it lightly smoking. My heat is set at a number 7. I'm going to lay my salmon with the skin facing down. You should hear a sizzle, otherwise your pan is not hot enough. I'm going to set my heat down to a number 5. You want to adjust your heat as needed. Now the trick to this is to not touch it. You want to let it cook for at least 3 to 4 minutes on one side without flipping it. After 3 minutes, you want to flip them over. I recommend using a fish spatula. It'll make things so much easier. After flipping them, I like to start peeling my skin. As you can see, I've done most of these already. I like to just use my tongs and just remove it, and it should come off very easily. Now I'm going to continue to cook these for 3 minutes on this side. After 3 minutes, I'm going to flip these one more time. And as you can see, I've got a really nice sear going on here, which is what we want. I'm going to go ahead and post the link to this spatula in my description below as well. While these continue to cook for approximately 3 minutes, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. After 3 minutes, place on a plate temporarily.
You're watching Rose Oatley. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified of any new videos.
For our sauce, to the same pan, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. While your butter melts, add your garlic. Now I know this may seem like a lot of butter, but I do have quite a few fillets and I want enough sauce to go with them. My heat, by the way, is set at low and it's smelling so good. Okay, now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of minced ginger. If you don't have ginger, you can go ahead and skip it. That's perfectly fine, but I do like that little extra flavor. Here I'm going to be using a combination of low sodium soy sauce and a dark or tamari brewed soy sauce. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of each one. Ooh, it's getting hot, ain't it? Wait, how does it go? It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Never mind, don't take your clothes off. Just turn the heat down. Okay, add 1/4 teaspoon of crushed pepper flakes. And guys, I know I can't sing, I'm sorry, but I have fun anyway. Add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to help thicken your sauce. Give it a mix until it dissolves. And now we're going to add 1/3 cup of honey. I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of water. I know it looks brown, but it's only because I had my soy sauce in there before. We're going to give it a mix and let this thicken up for just a bit. Then you want to add all of your salmon back in. Now we want to start basting our salmon. But before you do, and even before you add the salmon, I almost forgot, you want to squeeze a lemon in here, which will help with the sweetness, and it'll give you a really nice glaze as well. Continue to baste for a couple of minutes, letting our salmon absorb all of this delicious sauce. 2 minutes after, and we are ready to plate. You can pair this with white jasmine rice, roasted asparagus, and garnish your salmon with a slice of lemon. And look at this deliciousness. I could not wait. I had to take a piece of this. Delicious salmon, so flaky, so delicious. I really hope you enjoy it and you share this link with your friends.
If you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so below or hit my little picture on the side. Also, don't forget to hit the little bell to get notified of all of my new videos, and please be sure to check out these links on the side. Share with your friends. Thanks for watching and your support.